Hi, Luigi.
Hi, Lily.
Thanks so much for joining me today.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love you guys.
I'm
You're
always,
part of
always excited when we get to see you. So, I would love to hear about, from your perspective, what pandemic life has been like this year. And I think you spent part of the lockdown in Orlando, Florida, and part of your time in Brazil.
what I try to think. The pandemic didn't exist. 2020 doesn't exist to me. I try to get out. No, I'm kidding. Because it was so hard for lockdown, for uncertainty, because we didn't know anything about. The world was totally scared about the things. And then we learned a lot about what happened this year. I know that it was hard for a lot of people, and then for us, I tried to understand what I could learn with this as a human being, as an entrepreneur, as a father, as a grandfather. What could I do for the family? What I could do for the business, and what could I do for the society? And this three things as in two different places. First, I was in Orlando. The
Yeah,
most part that I passed is it was in Orlando. It was easier because I live in a place that is really amazing. For me, I could pass with a lot of with comfort. But I could see a lot of people that lives in big cities, that a lot of buildings, living in small apartments. It was
yeah.
hard. From my perspective, understand, I cannot say I have my vision for myself, but for a lot of people it was so hard, and my heart beat strong because I don't want to see people suffering, and it's my personality. For population, the beginning is try to understand what the meaning of that, and then in Orlando, I think was a process in the city that started with the lockdown, and after we get out from the lockdown, and Orlando got the life that we had before. All the populations, it's normal.
It
You
came
know,
back to normal.
came back normal because I think a lot of people was tired to be at home, and then they get out a lot,
That's
and then
incredible.
yeah, and it was a little bit risk because the youngers start to do parties and then got COVID, and then it's a hard process to understand this. What I try to do is there is a protocols, and I try to follow the protocols. This is important because I had COVID in the beginning in
Yeah,
March 20. Yeah. And then I test positive,
yeah.
and I didn't feel anything. I was
Yeah,
asymptomatic.
you didn't even
I
realize it.
Yeah, I didn't know what I didn't realize that I had COVID. And Andrea, my wife, didn't get. Vincenzo, my son, didn't get. Vittorio didn't get. Vittorio just
Amazing.
got now in here in Rio de Janeiro,
You
but
did.
he didn't feel anything. Yeah, asymptomatic too. Yeah.
You have
Uh,
kids. Like your kids are 20-ish and older,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Vittorio has 22, Vincenzo 19, and Rubia has 29. And my granddaughter has 4 years old.
Yeah.
Different things. I think the same thing happened in Orlando and São Paulo in United States and Brazil. When we can do anything, is something that you don't have you can't, and then the brain thinks I have to have that again, and then people when had the opportunity to get out from the lockdown, people start to do parties to stay together, and it was a risk
Was
for the
it hard to
beginning.
tell your kids not to go out?
Yeah, no, they are so responsible with a lot of things,
Okay.
and then yeah, it
Because
was it
Milan
was
is Milan is 9, right? So we can control his exposure, but I think 20-year-olds, it's different. They want to be.
they stay home all the time. They didn't go to the parties. They didn't meet the friends. And happened here now. São Paulo came back for the normal. You have a lot of traffic now.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of traffic. Now people use masks. The most important thing I think is the protocol. The people here are taking care. When you enter in a mall, you have someone taking your temperature, and
Really?
then you have to use mask all the time. You have to use the alcohol. in alcohol in your hand. And when you go to the restaurant, they clean all the table, the chairs. I think we are doing good here in São Paulo. I cannot see that so much in Orlando, this care, because it's different. Here in São Paulo, you can hire someone for it's cheaper than United States.
Clean
And
up.
then
Yeah.
you can have more employees working for that. And then we have more cleaners. We have more people take care. When you have business in the United States, you cannot have, if you get more employee, it's going to be hard for you.
Yeah.
It's an example that happens in a different place that we can see.
You know what I find amazing? Because my sister, Eva, she lived with us for 6 months until August 31st in Toronto. And then she went to Miami. And she started to tell me what she was doing in Miami. And I felt we were living in a parallel universe because we're still locked down here in Toronto. Milan goes to school, but day to day, unless you're shopping, there isn't that much you can do. And based on what you say, you can also, it's like a parallel universe. You have a lot more activities in Sao Paulo.
Yes, totally. I'm working like a dog here. I did three events already. I did because normal we cannot have a summit with a lot of people. What they are doing here, they create a stage, put people, a lot of cameras recording you in the studio. They create a stage, and I do the summit from that stage. And then I invite people that is gonna give the content for the stage. And then I'm doing a lot of these, and then I'm doing a lot of publicity ads here, and I'm traveling a lot. It's funny, one thing in the airport, they ask you to have a distance from the people, social distance. But when you sit in your seats in the plane, you are together with here. You don't have social distance in a plane. It's a little bit weird, the protocols in different places.
It's so
then but I got COVID already. I don't think I'm gonna get again, but anyway, I follow the protocols like I've never had anything, because I always had that with me. I always was worried to wash my hands, using alcohol. I always, the protocol is something like this part of my life before pandemic. And then I don't have problem with this. Just the mask that I couldn't use, but I bought different masks. That's good. Create a style, have fun with that. The most important thing to pass the process is to have humor, is to have winner attitude. It's the most important thing. It's not
attitude.
Winner attitude, because it's not a positive attitude. It's winner attitude. What can I do to make this easy and to me to win this process?
You know what?
This is the most important thing for me.
I think we're putting on our winning attitude when we create Surviving the School Year, and I hope that families will come and they get a little bit of that magic.
Yes!
Saturday, November 21st, when you came to our previous Exo Worlds, we were so excited when we met you in the networking room. We literally screamed. And we were also on FaceTime.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome, always.
That was so fun. So I am really excited to see you there, and I'm really glad you'll be a part of it. I'm so glad you're traveling. Do something fun for me and Celine, because we miss it.
Yeah.
and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah, of course. It's important when you have friends, and then I miss my friends. And
so
then you guys, you're not only friends, but you're part of family. And then it's important to have the contact and to support. And this is the family. Family is this. And we create, like, the EXO is another family.
It's
that's
another
important
family.
For our world.
And you know what? The networking and the connecting at the event, Surviving the School Year or EXO World, is so powerful, because even if we feel a little isolated right now, we can make connections online.
Yes, it's another way to be connected, and it's okay. It's not perfect. It's, of course, that when you are together live, not online, personal is better. But this is an opportunity to learn a new thing. I think the perspective that you understand what's happening is how you lead, that is how you think. And then I try to think that I I can, I don't like to use the positive thinking. I'm using the winning attitude. I think is more appropriate for the life.
All right, Luigi, we're going to see you and your winning attitude at surviving the school year.
Yes, that's good. I love it.
See you soon.
See you. Bye bye.
Thanks,
Thank
Luigi.
you.
Bye bye.